Hey guys! What a joy to have you here with us. Before we begin, I want to extend a welcome to each of you. It's a pleasure to share this moment with such an incredible community like ours. If you haven't signed up yet, I invite you to be part of this family. This way, you will be up to date with all the news and exclusive content that we have lovingly prepared for you. So, don't waste time, join us and let's explore this universe of learning and fun together. When Ezekiel Elliott returned to the Cowboys fold, the entire building was buzzing with excitement. Everyone knew that this return meant more than just the presence of a talented player. It was like taking back an essential part of the team's identity. With a bright smile on his face, Elliott headed to his locker, like a hero returning home, and picked up the number 21 shirt, the one that had long been synonymous with his presence on the field. However, the party atmosphere soon turned to murmurs of surprise when Ezekiel announced his decision. He would no longer wear the legendary number 21. Instead, he chose to return to number 15, the same number he wore during his glorious battles on the fields of Ohio. This unexpected turn of events triggered a wave of speculation among passionate fans and dedicated analysts. Among these speculations, one question dominated the conversations: what would happen to Stephon Gilmore? The skilled cornerback, whose prowess on the field rivaled Elliott's legendary reputation, also wore number 21. With Elliott's move, fans began to wonder if Gilmore would follow in his footsteps and return to the Cowboys fold. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, Gilmore pondered his future. His mind was torn between the appeal of competition on the football field and the comforting calm of home. With the weight of family on his heart, he knew every decision would affect not only his career, but also the lives of those he loved. And so, amid the frenzy of the free agent market, Gilmore remained patient. He did not allow himself to be carried away by the rush or the clamor of the crowds. Instead, he chose to wait for the right moment, like a strategist calculating his moves on the chessboard of life. As the football world anxiously awaited his decision, Gilmore reflected on the examples of veterans who preceded him. He recalled stories of players who, like him, chose the path of patience and were rewarded with opportunities that exceeded their wildest expectations. In the silent halls of the stadium, while the spotlights were not yet focused on his behalf, Gilmore remained steadfast in his conviction. He knew his moment would come, and when it did, he would be ready to make his move. Meanwhile, at Cowboys training camp, players prepared for the upcoming season, without the certainty of Gilmore's presence among them. Trayvon Diggs, Darren Bland, and Jordan Lewis led the defense, each with their own inner fire, ready to face whatever challenge fate had in store for them. Meanwhile, fans' eyes remained fixed on the horizon, anxiously awaiting the news that would decide the fate of their beloved team. And in the midst of the suspense, the saga of Stephon Gilmore continued, a story of determination, family, and the eternal search for the perfect opportunity. Recently, on a sunny afternoon that cast golden hues over the training field, Stephon Gilmore, the formidable cornerback who had left his indelible mark on the hearts of fans, made a decision that echoed beyond the game's sidelines. Gathered around him were eager reporters, eager to unravel the mysteries behind the player's selection. With a serene calm, Gilmore shared his thoughts, revealing the reasons behind his apparent silence on the free agent market. He spoke about the importance of time and consideration, like a wise philosopher who reflects on each word before uttering it. His eyes, deep wells of experience accumulated over the years, expressed a quiet determination and a serenity that transcends the hustle and bustle of the sporting world. "I'm waiting for the right moment," he said, his voice firm but soft, carrying the conviction of someone who knows they are in control of their own destiny. "And, of course, there's my family," he added with a tender smile, conjuring up the image of loved ones whose support sustained every step of his journey. At 33, Gilmore was a veteran of the football battlefield, a revered figure whose skills transcended mere technique. His presence was like that of a master craftsman, refining his craft with every calculated move and every precise reading of the game. The year before, he had shone with an intensity that left opponents in despair and fans in awe. Yet amidst the applause and praise, Gilmore remained humble, his feet firmly planted on the ground. He knew the decision to pick a team wasn't just about the glare of the spotlight or the clamor of the crowd. It was about finding the place where he could continue to write his story, not just as a player, but as a man. And so, as the football world roiled with the comings and goings of the free agent market, Gilmore stood as a beacon of calm in the rough seas. He understood that sometimes patience was a warrior's greatest ally, allowing him to wait for the right moment to make his move. Meanwhile, in boardrooms and executive offices, team managers fought for the chance to have Gilmore on their rosters. Each offer was like a piece of a complex puzzle, an attempt to convince the player that their future was better in their hands. Yet Gilmore remained unwavering in his determination, like a rock resistant to the relentless tides of time. He knew that eventually the right answer would reveal itself, and when it did, he would be ready to embrace the next chapter of his journey with the same grace and determination that had marked each previous step. Meanwhile, behind the scenes of the sport, fans eagerly awaited the outcome of this epic saga. To them, Gilmore was not just a player, but a symbol of hope and inspiration, a figure who embodied the belief that, with perseverance and determination, any obstacle could be overcome. And so, as the hours passed and the days turned into weeks, Stephon Gilmore's story continued to unfold before our eyes, a narrative of courage, family, and the eternal pursuit of excellence. And as the football world anxiously awaited the outcome of this saga, one thing was certain: whatever Gilmore decided, it would be made with the same wisdom and bravery that made him a living legend on the field of play. While Stephon Gilmore's future remained shrouded in mystery, the Cowboys looked back on a similar chapter of his story, a story of waiting, opportunity, and the sweet taste of victory that accompanies it. It was the saga of TY Hilton, a tale that echoed through the stadium halls like a whisper of promise. TY Hilton, a talented wide receiver, was known not only for his exceptional skills on the field, but also for his wit and cunning off it. Like a cunning fox lurking in the forest, he waited patiently in the wings, watching the game pieces move as fate wove its intricate pattern. As the Cowboys struggled to find their place on the championship board, Hilton remained calm and calculating, like a seasoned tactician who knows the right moment to make his move. He knew that to achieve greatness, one had to wait for the perfect moment, when the stars aligned and the path to victory became crystal clear. And then, like a bolt of lightning across the night sky, the moment arrived. The Cowboys, buoyed by a series of spectacular victories, emerged as true playoff contenders, each game an epic battle that brought them closer and closer to the long-awaited Super Bowl trophy. And it was in this moment of impending glory that T.Y. Hilton made his move. With the precision of a skilled archer, he chose the Cowboys as his home, where he could contribute his talent and skill to the pursuit of greatness. And so, he joined the herd, ready to face the challenges that awaited him and leave his mark on the team's history. Hilton's decision resounded like thunder in the hearts of fans, each of them feeling the promise of victory that hung in the air. It was as if fate had been sealed, each piece of the puzzle finally finding its place and revealing the complete picture of triumph and glory. And now, as the Cowboys anxiously awaited the outcome of Gilmore's story, they looked back with reverence on Hilton's chapter, remembering the power of patience, determination, and unwavering belief in a team's potential to rise above all adversities. And so, as time ran its inexorable course, the Cowboys remained united in their determination to write the next chapter of their history with bravery and resolve. For they knew that no matter what the future held, they would be ready to face it head-on, with the same spirit of camaraderie and passion that made them true warriors on the battlefields of American football. As the season approached like a sleeping giant awakening from its slumber, the Cowboys prepared to face a challenge that would test their determination and mettle. With uncertainty hanging over Stephon Gilmore's fate, the herd found themselves facing a crossroads, where every decision could shape the course of their journey. In the heart of the stadium, where the roar of the fans merged with the beating of the players' hearts, Gilmore's absence was felt like a void in the defense line. But the Cowboys were no strangers to adversity; they were warriors trained in the arts of resilience and overcoming. Leading the defensive line, like faithful sentries protecting the castle gates, were Trevon Diggs, Darren Bland, and Jordan Lewis. Each of them brought with them a unique set of skills and unwavering determination, ready to defend their territory tooth and nail. Trevon Diggs, with his lightning speed and razor-sharp instincts, was like a hawk searching for his prey, ready to intercept any attack that came his way. His towering presence on the field was a constant reminder that even in the darkest of times, the light of hope still shined. Darren Bland, the gentle giant whose strength was matched only by his gentleness, was the pillar on which the defense stood. With his ability to stop even the most fearsome opponents and his ability to inspire his teammates with a simple look, he embodied the true spirit of camaraderie and loyalty. And Jordan Lewis, agile as a panther and cunning as a fox, was the master of defensive wiles, able to anticipate the enemy's movements before they themselves knew what they were planning. His presence on the battlefield was a vivid reminder that in the game of life, intelligence often trumped brute strength. As the three prepared for the impending battle, fans' eyes turned beyond the obvious starters to the players who were fighting to earn a place in the team. Kalen Carson, with her unwavering determination; Eric Scott, whose heart beat with the desire to prove himself; Nahshon Wright, whose name rang like a distant echo from the training camps. And so, as the Cowboys prepared to face the challenges fate had in store for them, they knew they were not alone. With each player fighting alongside the other, united in their quest for greatness, they were ready to face whatever adversity fate threw at them. For at the end of the day, they were more than just a team; They were a family, united by the indissoluble bond of team spirit and the determination to achieve glory together.